And I'm alive. I'm very tired. And why is this camera like wonky? Every time I do this, it's like wonky here. Guess I'll put this thing of envelopes under it. There. It's a little better. What are you guys doing? Hold on. They're doing bad things. Hey. Hey. Where are you? None of this. Come on. Come on. It's getting really tiring. It's really tiring. So I had to take both of them to the vet. Sorry, buddy. And I had to do it twice because you don't want to overload them on vaccinations. You know, you don't want to do that to animals, but you could do that to humans. Right? Don't want to over-vaccinate yourself. So it was a rough day for them. Was it a rough day for you? See, I didn't like going there. And the vet was like, oh, look at them. It was the same vet that had to put down my sweet Lou. So you could tell he was happy for me that I had kittens because I was always at the vet with sweet Lou. I was always there. He's the one that basically told me, he's like, there's no treatment for Lou that I can suggest that you do and it be real kind of thing. You know what I mean? She was in, you know, old age. So when you have someone in a nursing home and they're dying, sometimes they're just dying and they don't need morphine or, you know, there's no pain pills. He said the only thing that I could have done for my cat was blood transfusions 2 times a week. And he's like, and that's insane. He's like, and what are you going to be doing then? Prolonging the inevitable, like, you know, making her stick around instead of naturally pass away. And I'm like, okay. Because I looked at him, I'm like, you know, I want to do it. So you're going to tell me that it's not good for her. He's like, it's not good for her. He's like, I will tell you it's something you can do, but I will also tell you it's not good for her. So I digress. I hadn't seen him in particular since he put down my cat. So he saw me and he clearly remembered me because I lost my mind. And because I was always in there with good sweet Lou. Most expensive cat on earth, worth every penny. But I could tell he was happy that I had little tiny kittens. Little tiny baby kittens. Now, Locals is up today. I really hope it sticks around. I am so sorry. Like, I can't fix what's wrong with Rumble and Locals. It really sucks. And I am truly sorry for it. But is what it is. Happy Friday, everybody. Guess I'll do some stuff to my face. Try to feel good about myself. Good morning, everyone. Just had a discussion with my hoarding husband. He hoards things. I get it. Like, when we both grew up poor, like, we had a decent house that was pretty much all our parents could afford, right? Some food. So when you get things, you hang on to them. I understand. But he has hung on to everything. And I'm like, babe, we don't have a garage. Like, we ain't got nowhere for you to be hanging on to this shit. Like, it's time, buddy. It's time to get rid of some of this stuff. Donate it. I just spit up coffee. I'm so sorry. I poured way more in my mouth than I had anticipated. And I spit it up. So for my Locals crew today, I really hope that my stream stays on. So we shall see. And for everyone else, hi. Hi and good morning. Who's down there? Is it you again? Come here, he is my boy. Did you guys know? Did you guys know that this is my boy? Oh, he's so sweet and I love him so much. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, pretty. Everyone thought I got another cat and it was just his stomach. Like, he is white right here on his little tum-tum. Little gray and white. Oh, right there too. Little gray and white. Hi, buddy. Love you. Do you want to go play and be a dick? No, don't do that with my hair. That's like his new favorite thing. Mom's hair. Mom's hair. Hi, buddy. Oh, he's very cute. Look how happy he is. So Newt, the other kitten, she's special. She gets really aggressive when she's happy, like trying to bite you, and she like loses her mind and has like seizures about it. She's a weird cat, and she's perfect for us because she's so fucking weird and antisocial and strange and a little feral. But when she's like, oh, okay, I'll love you now, she's like, love you, bite the shit out of you, love you. And it's like we're not overstimulating her and we're not petting her. She's just nuts. Like she'll jump down and up off a chair. Okay, I put you down now. I kiss your face. Love you. Hi, little Newt. So, yep, he had a little rough day getting vaccinated. Like I said, I split up the vaccinations because you're not supposed to over-vaccinate. You're not supposed to do it. I know humans are idiots and they do it, but they won't do it to poor little animals because you can get sick. You can get sick. So I had to go to the post office. So the USPS bidded with Amazon to deliver their packages. And Amazon's like, well, save money by screwing everyone over. So I already didn't get my... Hey, I'm going to spray you. She's trying to chew through the fiber optic cord. Amazon was like, I need to save money because we have no money, because we all know Amazon's very poor, right? So they need to save money. So what they did is they bidded on, they let USPS bid on delivering their packages, but there's no staff. So what's happened? Well, I used to have to drive 40-minute round trip to my mailbox to get an Amazon package, right? So that's already a long time. Well, now they just leave pink slips saying there was no room in the box. And I'm like, the box is empty. Like, what do you mean? There's nothing in the box. Well, they don't have the staff, so they don't have enough drivers. They don't have enough staff there. So I drive all the way in town, which is an hour and 15-minute round trip just to get mail, guys. Just to get an Amazon package that's this big of pills. So I drive all the way into town, and I'm not kidding you, I clocked it. My husband was really sweet and was like, I'll go stand in the line, just, stay in the truck. I'm like, oh, because it was raining really bad. So he goes and stands in the line 45 minutes. So an hour and 15 minutes for us to go to the post office, 45 minutes in line. So I let my friends and family know I don't want anything for Christmas. If you send it to me, I'm not going to pick it up. It's not worth it. If this is what it's like now, can you imagine what it's going to be like for Christmas? Do not send me anything. And my friend's like, but I have to. You must wait like you're at Six Flags Magic Mountain for my amazing gift. No, bitch. There ain't nothing you send me that I want that is worth that. Sorry. So I am stopping using Amazon, which I think is kind of great. I will just drive into the main city and go to box stores and shop, and I'm fucking done with Amazon Prime forever, and I'm okay with it. I'm like, how is that saving you money? You're gonna lose shit tons of customers now. So unless it comes to me FedEx or UPS, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's what I'm telling everyone. If that don't ship here, FedEx or UPS, don't bother. Because I'm not going to go pick it up. And it's going to get sent back. And then you're going to be fucked. So, that is what I'm doing. Can you imagine just to get your mail every day, spending over 2 hours? So, we live very remote. Very remote. So, Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping, that usually takes like 6 days. Sometimes it's taken a week, but it is the faster option a lot. I will say FedEx is on it. FedEx is on it, guys. Hello, locals. It's working today. We'll see how long this happens for you, because the other day it was just a fucking nightmare, and I am so, so sorry. I think it's time to do a little makeup. Trying to make myself look presentable today. Oh, look at, I have tears that are strung down my face. There we go. There we go. So, I think it's better. I'll just go to box stores. Because fuck USPS. How sad. How sad. And Amazon doesn't need to save money. That's the problem. They didn't need to save money. Where are you hemorrhaging money? So, this problem has been going on since the summer, and the USPS here has hired like one person. So when you go stand in a line, this is a small town. It's like 800 people. The line goes all the way out the door of the post office and all around where the P.O. boxes are, and there's one person behind the counter. Like, does no one need a fucking job? And then everyone's like, they're very selective on who they hire. But I'm like, clearly. This is nuts. There is a Christmas special going on with Avon right now. I believe... How much do you have to spend to get the free LG headset? There's also like a code today. I don't know. I just woke up. I don't fucking know. You get free LG Tone earbuds with every $179 purchase. So you spend $179, you get free earbuds, which is huge because they're $179. So you basically get $180 of free shit. Now today, if you use the code BOLD100, if you spend $100 or more, you get free shit. And if you use the code BOLD150, you get free shit. And that runs until midnight. BOLD100, BOLD150. Only if you spend $100 or more, or $150 or more. Hi, little guy in his little bed. He's so cute. I love him. I love him. Love that kitty. He's such a good kitty. And I love the weird psycho kitty too. All right, let's do some rice ceramide toner. I love this stuff. My face is healing from all the retinol I used on it. Oopsies. Oopsies. Yeah. FedEx drivers always have great legs. I don't see them because my mailbox is over 20 minutes away from my house. And no one delivers here. No one delivers here. Because think about it. You have to leave your route and drive 25 minutes up a mountain. And then drive 25 minutes back. That's a lot of time when you're a delivery guy with a ton of shit. So, that ain't happening. Lisa, everything fries your brain. What doesn't? Your screen does. Everyone's like, phone, but the earbuds do it, but I'm on my phone every second. Phone, have you seen my phone all day on my phone? I love my, like, what do you think that thing's doing to you? Got that shit right in your face. Oh, God, my phone. Oh, I must be connected. Do you remember in the 90s someone would call, hey, is Adri there? My mom would be like, nah. They'd be like, shit. And then they wouldn't hear from me for like 2 days. My mom one day would be like, oh, yeah. What's his face fucking called? Who? I don't know. That fuck you hang out with. And I'm like, what was she talking about? Like, trying to figure it out. Oh, yeah, Jenny called. Like, really? When? Like 2 days ago. But today everyone's like, I texted you and you didn't text back. I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to spend my whole life on my phone. I don't. My husband got rid of his phone and the peace I watch him have. But here's the real trouble. Now his family sends me videos and messages for him. And I'm like, no. I already don't want to answer all this stuff coming to me. Now I'm getting shit from his mom. Oh, can you? I'm like, call your son. We have a house phone. Everyone's like, house phone? Yeah, call your son. Say hello. Mother-in-law. Be like, what's up, son? You know, an old-fashioned conversation. It's funny. Oh, that feels so good. Feels so good. Okay. So I let that sink in. Now I'm going to use the Anew Power Serum. Old lady putting on makeup, putting it on. You know, I was talking to my husband and we were talking about how, you know, our knees are a little creaky. Like, we feel great. Like, we're in great shape. And I told him when he's like, oh, I'm fat. I'm like, you realize we're in, like, the top 1 percentile of people our age. And because we're not Adonis level, we're, like, pudgy Adonis. You know when Jason Momoa is, like, not filming and he's still all ripped, but he's got a gut? That's us. Because it's not... To be that shredded all the time... Usually an actor or even a bodybuilder only does that for a competition or a movie. My husband and I did that for decades straight. We lived in a state where sometimes I didn't have my period because my body weight was so low. That ain't healthy. So now, you know, I'm like, we're pretty good. I'm like, however, I'm like, all these women my age are like, I want to look 20. And I'm like, dude, I did it. I was in my 20s. The only regrets I have was my marriage, drinking, and smoking. Smoking, probably number 1. Because my marriage I quit, and I don't think it's going to have, like, lasting lifetime effects, except for I chose better the next time. But I regret the marriage because I am still very Catholic at heart. And that's why I made him file for it. Because I was like, you have a choice. Either I reveal everything I have and I kept the receipts, or you go file for it because I don't believe in divorce. He's like, filing. I'm like, yep, that's what I thought. And I've kept my mouth shut to this day, motherfuckers. It's kind of great. Because you know what? Like, I wish him well doing his thing, but where does that get me in life, smearing that man? Like, it just makes me look like an asshole. That's all it will do. You know, and I own my half of that. I was just a stone piece of shit sitting on the couch. But I digress. I had my youth. I was a hot young thing. I wore skimpy clothes. I did it. I did the thing. Like, let someone else do that shit. Right? Let someone else do it. Now, if I had a daughter, I'd teach her to have more self-worth, you know, and really, like, teach it to her, not just say it to her. Like, I wish I valued myself more in my 20s. But I do now. And I'm fine with where I'm at. Like, I'm not running to try to look young. Platinum Day Cream has a little SPF 25 in it. This line is for firming and stuff. It is very thick. I don't know if you guys see that, but it is, like, thick. It's a very thick cream. So you want to firm it up? I think you'll like this. But yeah, I mean, I had my time, and I think my worth weighs way more than on if guys look at me and want to fuck me or not. Like, I look at J-Lo and I'm like, clearly that's where her worth lies. Her photos, her videos. She's like, if guys still want to fuck me, then I'm worth something. Guys want... I'm like, oh, honey, that sucks. Everyone thinks she's all confident and shit, but I see right through it. Her value in herself is whether or not guys pop a boner for her. And it's clear, man. Because, like, you look at Kate Blanchett. That bitch looks good. She's the same age-ish, right? Julia Roberts. And they ain't trying that hard. Like, they look confident in themselves. Age appropriate doesn't mean grandma. It just means, like, you know, when you're 41 years old, do you need your whole tits out? Is that necessary? Like, when you're young and dumb, it's excusable. But the older you get, you're just like, Jesus Christ, lady. Fucking trying hard. And it comes off that way. It comes off as trying so fucking hard. And I'm like, I'm done. Learning self-worth at an earlier age. Yes. See, everyone wants to pit the blame on men. It's not men's fault. I think the ball is dropped where people don't spend the time teaching their daughters their value. And not in a cunty way where you emasculate men and you're an asshole to them. That's not value. You're not a valuable asset if you have to stand on someone else's face to get there, right? Let's do platinum eye cream. Woke up today with a text that I see that. Yay! Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm doing a cooking stream. I believe at 11 a.m. It's in my events here on my Facebook page if you guys would like to join me. Stuffed shells and cheese, some no-knead artisan bread, and I haven't decided yet on the dessert. I still have half of that German chocolate cake I made last week in the freezer, and I'm like, maybe I bring that out and just make some cookies, you know? Make some cookies. But then I'm like, what kind of cookies? Do I make autumn-like cookies? Do I make pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies? Do I make pumpkin cookies with the cream cheese frosting? Do I make spiced oatmeal cookies with a cream cheese frosting? Hi, little Newt. Would you like to make an appearance? Oh, little Newt. She's so little. She's my baby. Hi, crazy. Say I'm not friendly unless I'm feeling it. And she ain't feeling it right now, but she's so pretty. I love her. I love her. Do you know I love you, even though you're crazy? Everyone tried to tell me this cat was fucking spayed because half her ear is missing. So the vet's like, I'm like, dude, I know she ain't spayed because she has a spay date made by the fucking shelter, right? And the shelter's like, she ain't spayed. And he goes, no, a critter bit her ear off. I'm like, boom! That's what fucking happened. And I knew it. Pumpkin snickerdoodle sounds good, right? Oatmeal, right? But then there's a brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Pumpkin with cream cheese frosting and sunny's on. I'm like, or do I wait until right before Thanksgiving to do these things? It's very difficult, guys. I make this amazing pumpkin bundt cake. Very strong cardamom in it. And it has this frosting that's full of papitas and like candied. It's so good. It makes me want to claw at my fucking face. Spiced oatmeal. See? But yeah, the brown butter chocolate chip cookies, you have to chill them for like hours in the fridge. You cut them out and you put a little sea salt on top of them. And I always use dark chocolate because I'm a dark chocolate kind of gal. So tonight I'm going to have to figure it out. Okay. I feel pretty good with all this stuff on my face. Let me check to see what Avon has in stock. Guys, I know we don't have much in stock, and I'm sorry. So many of you have been like, girlfriend, where's my favorite this and that? And sometimes I don't have answers, and I just, I am very sorry. I wish I had answers for you, but they never give me any either. Hello? Hello? So it looks like we're out of the holiday palette again. Maybe I'll use one of my little palettes. Yeah, I don't see our holiday palettes in the store. They're coming in and out. We just have major shortages. But anytime anyone gets mad at it, like, I've noticed it everywhere. I always say, you're the one that was like, stay home, save grandma. I bet you didn't think that was going to ripple for the next fucking 15 years. Advise you to put all that stuff on the backs of your hands. I do. You get it, girl. You know. She knows. Italian chocolate meatball cookies. You know, we made these Calabrian cookies every Christmas. And everyone always loved them, and I never liked them unless they were fresh. They're like little tied cookies. Like you tie them in knots. They're Italian knot cookies. Ooh, I think I'll do Goddess. I remember once I shared the recipe and my family got all mad, but you can find the Calabrian knot cookies online like everywhere. So it is very Italian, but my husband doesn't like them, so I just stopped making them. You and my views are pretty dope. Tammy Aaron, Pippi. And the 1988 movie, stop it. You're boinking Pippi? That's awesome. Do you know who I befriended? And I was just like, her name's Tammy, and she played the childlike empress in Neverending Story. And she hadn't acted in forever. What a beauty. And I was like, you need to go to Comic-Con and sign things. She's like, really? You think people would want signatures? I'm like, are you fucking kidding? You're the childlike empress. I'm like, you're going to make so much money. You need to go to every single fucking Comic-Con. Put a big motherfucking picture of you with that stupid little jewelry thing. And every fucking girl, every single fucking woman is going to be like, oh my God. I want her autograph. I got a Trey's, bitch. I do. I actually partied with him a few times. He's nice. He looks nothing like what you would expect a Treyu to look like today. Go look him up. I looked at him and I was like, I know you. I know you. So his name's Noah Hathaway, and he has this big mohawk and tattoos everywhere. Tammy, I have to look up her name. Stronach. Sorry, girl. I remembered your first name, though. And she's so pretty today. She's just so pretty. And, like, their faces are ingrained on me so much. I remember when someone introduced Noah to me, and I was like, I know exactly who that is. Here's my favorite moment on set, right? All right, we're going to do Goddess today. I'm on set on a show, I think, called Ball Breakers. I was rack girl, if you believe it or not. And one of the people on set, like one of the directors or something, is walking around. I'm looking at him, and he comes up to me, and his girlfriend was like a casting director, and he's talking, and I'm like, you are Rufio. And everyone just stopped, and he smiled. I'm like, I like love you. Like my whole life, Rufio. I know exactly who you are. And he was just like, you ain't hiding from me, Mr. No Age. Mr. Never fucking ages. Insane. But that was one of the times that I was just like, bruh. Okay. So, Noah Hathaway and Dante Brasco. All right, my locals. My locals. Okay, we're up. We're up. We're still running. That's good. Okay. But he's really nice, too. It's, you know, it's a toss-up with child actors. Usually if they get out of the hellhole and they don't keep pursuing being a narcissistic asshole, they're great people. But if they like had a career where they kept trying to reach that star that they once had, they're usually all fucked up. Does these little reels and sounds just like her. A lot of history. Katharine Hepburn carried herself. Yeah, Kate Blanchett comes off as really classy. Watch, she's probably a total cunt. We don't know it. Right? I love watching you on your lives all the time, though. She is your fan. Well, yay. What's her name again? I want to know her real name. Google will answer me faster than you. So, Tammy Aaron? Is that your girl? Is that your girl? Dude, she's fucking hot. Like, she's really hot. Good for you. Hell yeah. Father Time was nice to her. Indeed. She's hot. Dude's got a hot chick. Here, I'll follow her on Instagram. Cute. Look at her. Yeah. You have a hot girl. Hot girl. Isn't it fun to be with former child icons? At least you got a good one. I got a refund, but that's okay. I never gave a shit. Okay, we watched Addams Family Values yesterday. And in it, they torture Wednesday at the summer camp by making her watch the Brady Bunch. And every time that song comes on, of course, my husband's like, I'm like, get the fuck out of it, because he knows I just hate it. I never liked it growing up. Never cared. Didn't know anything about it. Every time it came on, I was like, ugh, get it off my TV. Not even kidding. So my ex-husband used to always be like, Jesus. Because, like, people would make references to him, and I'd be sitting there clueless. And I remember one day he was like, you know, I thought you lied to me at first, that you never, like, watched the Brady Bunch. You knew nothing about it. He's like, but, you know, when you hit year 3... and people are making stupid Brady references, and I'm sitting there like, the fuck is this weirdo talking about? Well, look at that. We're following each other on the Insta. What shall I do here? Okay. Let's do a little gold. This is the Goddess palette. I'm a big fan of golds. I like them. They're soft. They're pretty. Soft and pretty. So look, she's an irrelevant bitch from yesteryear too. Isn't it fun? Isn't it a joy? All the history on each piece. What piece? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I tried to figure it out, but I lost it. So I really like this a new platinum on my face, by the way. It's so dry here because it's fucking winter. Technically, it's fall, but Suzanne Summers, no, I really don't know anything about her. Can I be honest with you guys? When I was in Hollywood, I did everything I could to avoid these people. I had my managers always like, dude, play the game. What are you doing? I'm like, I fucking hate them. They're just so fake. I hate this. And I would sneak back home. I'd walk a red carpet, walk right out a back door where no one saw me. It was awesome. I was notorious. Everyone's like, where were you? I'm like, I don't know. You were real drunk, though. It always worked. They're like, yeah, man, I was. I'm like, yeah. I'd go straight home. I'd log on to World of Warcraft, and I wouldn't answer my phone. That was my Hollywood experience from 2006 to 2016. Pretty much snuck away, went home, logged into World of Warcraft, hung out with my guild. That was it. That was it. Yeah, so I just avoided everyone because I would have to meet people, and I'm not going to name names. And I'd always think, God, that person's such an asshole. Never meet your heroes. So like Trent Reznor gave me backstage passes to all these shows. Amazing. Thank you, bro. I never went back to meet him. Once I was backstage and I like saw him and he looked over at me, and then Danny from Tool, the drummer, he's very tall, accidentally dropped a beer on my head. I'm like, perfect, I gotta go. So I left. And there was another time I went to see Roger Waters, and I was real close. Performed The Wall. Amazing. And Trent and his new wife sat in front of me. But I didn't want to, like, draw attention. I didn't want to say their names because I know they're, like, trying to DL it. So I'm like, okay. this is still fine. And they were both like, why didn't you say fucking hi, like, on the internet? And I'm like, because I don't want everyone to be like, Trent Reznor, and, like, be weirdos. Dude, De Niro has lost his mind. I think he thinks he's all the people he pretends he is on screen. But that's the problem. Like, you play magical pretend. Like, you're not... Okay, like, I know Al Capone's first lieutenant's sons. Great men. One recently passed away. And Robert De Niro is nothing like these people. Like, get the fuck out of here with pretending that you're some big bad. Like, it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. It's kind of like when I commented on that Last of Us show and that actress had a heart attack because she, like, thinks she's her character. And what was wild is she was only that character for one episode. Well, she was in 2 episodes, but the length that she was in it was equal to 1. But she already, like, pretended that that was her and, like, took it all personally. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, that's how weird actors are. They believe that they are who they play. And I'm like, you are not that cool. You are handed a fucking script because you're devoid of any personality. And maybe you have some, but you've, like, lost it because you keep make-believing you're these people that you make-believe. Like, you're a make-believer. You're a professional make-believer. You're not badass. You're someone who pretends they are. You're, like, all anti-gun, but every movie you're in, you're holding one. That guy who plays Burt Gummer in Tremors is, like, all publicly anti-gun. And he's famous as fuck because he's the prepper from Tremors. And that's how hypocritical and dumb it is. And that is why I always avoided, like, hanging out with people. Never meet your heroes. You'll always be disappointed. And just avoid, avoid, avoid. So technically, I wore this lighter gold on the inside, this deeper gold on the outside, and now I'm taking this brown and I'm just gonna smoke it all up. Yeah, well, people have a hard time separating themselves because people are fucking mentally insane. They're mentally insane. Like, every time, like, a new conflict happens, like the Israel and Palestine, no one here really cares. Are you fucking kidding me? The TV told you to. And if the TV didn't tell you to, you wouldn't give a flying fuck. Just like Yemen, biggest human slave market in the world because of Barack Obama and what we did there. And everyone's like, we love slaves, enslave the kids, especially the black ones, get them good. Yes, slaves. We support slaves. Every moment, every day, slaves. And it's like, well, you're saying nothing about that. Biggest slave market there ever was. Because of us. Not a word. Because nothing you say means anything to you. You are a programmed fucking idiot. Fuck off. That's how I feel. Every time an activist comes, I'm like, fuck off. You're Jehovah's Witness to me at this point. That is how I... Hi! Hi, friend. I pet your head. I got a visitor. She's a cutie. You lay down? You lay down. So that's how I view activists today. Just Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on my door. Can I tell you about climate change, but we never hold China or India accountable because it's all a lie, because it's India and China doing everything, but we're just going to scare you because we're disingenuous assholes? Well, why don't you say something to China and India? Well, they're paying us money. And that's what it is. China and India are paying you money to blame everyone in the new world to not have coal burning and shit so they can make all the money off manufacturing. It's a scam, and you're part of it. I'm not saying global warming ain't real. I'm saying all the climate change activists are paid by the biggest polluters on Earth so that they can keep all the money and keep polluting. And the climate change activists, we help China destroy the sea. We love it. No one can breathe over there. It's amazing. They pay me so much yummy Chinese money. And I'm like, dude, go away. Oh, I feel so bad. I'm an activist for fuck off. That's what we need to start doing. When someone comes up, hey, for women's rights, fuck you. And then all the women, oh, men are invading our spaces. You invaded men's spaces. You're like, we want to be in comic books. We want to destroy Thor. We want to make everything girl boss and destroy every man in comics until they're emasculated and worthless. We're women. Look at us destroy all of the men's spaces. Marvel? It's like 90% men readers. You can make believe there's tons of chicks. Well, I like Marvel too when we destroyed the men's spaces. Oh, why are they in my locker room? Because you started it, bitch. Eat it up. Eat it up. Yum, yum. You did it. You deserve everything you're getting. Couldn't let Thor be Thor. Oh, but female Thor has to be better, and then male Thor's a bumbling dum-dum. He's just a dum-dum. He might be the god of thunder and everything, but he's so stupid and dumb compared to the women who are so smart. Ant-Man? Oh, he doesn't need his own movie because all the women have agency and power, and it just permeates from our vaginas. Why are men in our locker rooms? Fuck off. You don't get to speak. You did this. You did it. You did it. You're the reason. It's you. I'm over here laughing. Enjoy. You had to destroy comic books. You had to destroy Star Wars. You had to destroy everything with your feminist fucking activism. And now, eat crow. Eat crow. You invaded guys' spaces first and just shat over everything they love. Sports Illustrated should have overweight chicks and it should have pregnant chicks because Sports Illustrated is notoriously all about women. I mean, it's mainly women readers. It always has been. Duh. Why are men in my spaces? Duh. They're winning my trophies. Duh. Bitch. Because you ruined Victoria's Secret. You. Oh, it should be women that no man wants to fuck. Oh, yeah? That's what it should be? How'd that work for their stocks? How'd that work for you buying any? Do you think I want to look at a Victoria's Secret angel that looks like me, some past her prime, kind of frumpy 41-year-old? Fuck no. I want to believe I'm going to look like Adriana Lima in her prime. Yeah. Put that 27-year-old in there. Their perky bosoms. And lie to me that I, too, will look just like that. And I will buy that bra. I will buy it so hard. But you put someone all frumpy in there like me, then I don't. Can you leave the dog alone? Come here, buddy. This cat wants to love this dog. Come here. And the dog does not love the cat. Say, guys, dog doesn't love me. You're a little purr bag. You just want love. I love you. He's like, I want to rub on the dog and love the dog. And the dog's like, I hate this cat. But say I'm a good boy. Oh, yes. Oh, baby. Oh, you want a happy paw? You can do it in my lap. There you go, little baby. He's such a good boy. He's the cutest. I know. I know. So I'm glad that men are invading all of women's spaces. And not just invading them, winning Women of the Year, all this other stuff. It makes me happy. Because I told chicks forever, why do you keep banging on the doors of all the boys' clubs? Like, why is being an empowered woman being just like a man or destroying everything for dudes? This poor dog just can't get away from this cat. And this cat's like, I want to love you. And the dog's like, I fucking hate you. Poor Luna. Are you getting tortured? I know you hate that cat. He just wants to rub on you and be happy. And you just are like, I want none of it. This poor dog. Yeah, I'm tired of every movie and TV show I see them portraying men as just fucking idiots. I'm like, what woman is attracted to this? This fucking idiot girly man. Like, dude, no wonder why you're so miserable. Dating these noodle-armed soy lattes. Jesus, probably throw you in front of a bear if one came up. Oh, save me. Loving the makeup so far? Thank you. I just keep blending. Just keep blending. Look, I'm not arguing climate change. I'm arguing everyone that's fighting for it is getting paid and they're fucking you in the ass. It is not genuine and they're full of shit. The end. Not genuine. They're full of shit. I just wanted to see how many people were over in my little locals, because the last time I streamed on locals, it was so bad and everyone left, and I don't blame them. I really don't. They just want to rub on her. Hi, honey. Like, he keeps rubbing on her legs and she keeps stomping on him. Like, I don't want it. Yeah, play with your sister. Aw, they're both in the wee little bed. Go lay down. Go on. He's not going to follow you now. Go lay down. Go on. Poor dog. She's just like, I really hate them. I mean, she really, really hates these cats. Everyone's like, she'll warm up to him. I'm like, no, dude. She doesn't want them to touch her. She doesn't want them near her. The only time we ever have them near each other, we're telling her, stay there, stay there. And she's just like, I hate this creature. I hope it dies. I just hate it so much. Actually making things worse, like windmills. Well, it's because it's going to empower China. If we're shutting down the New World, all of the West, but the East is still pumping everything out and selling it and benefiting it, right? Then we have no money and they have all the money. So who do you think's behind this? It's not for your benefit, people. I hope you've learned now, watching everyone chant death to America and Parliament in Iran and stuff, that pretty much everyone in the East from the West wants us all to topple and suffer. Suffer like they have. So their plans aren't like, oh, we'll make money and you'll be okay. Like, you're a fucking idiot if you think that. You are a fucking idiot. They want to destroy and rip apart the very fabrics of Western society. And they have. Go on TikTok and it's telling every child to be trans. Like, I was just talking to a friend. I love Tim Curry and I love Rocky Horror Picture Show. I said, you know, back in my day, the only transvestite anyone knew was from Transsexual Transylvania. There might have been one or two in LA because it's a rare disorder that only truly affects a few people. It is very rare and it is real. And when everyone's like, it's been around for, yes, it has, but not like this. I see appropriation happening everywhere. You're talking about cultural appropriation. I'm seeing people fake being sick for attention. And for me, there's nothing sicker than that. Dude, have you seen the people on TikTok pretending they have Tourette's for attention? These people are appropriating sicknesses, illnesses, chemical imbalances so they can get attention. I'm like, you guys are fucked up. It's called Goddess. It is the Goddess palette. You too can join me and be a goddess. My eyes are always red. They're always red, guys. I always look high. How do you guys feel about that? Dude, society is full of narcissists. It's bad. It's so funny because people will be like, oh, you just want attention. I told my husband, I'm like, I could break the fucking internet. Break it. In a bikini. Just annihilate it. And he's like, that bikini's for me. I'm like, I know, but I have that power. I don't want it. I could wear skin-tight dresses and show every curve and my big, nice, bodacious booty. Yesterday was squat day. I could play a game. And I'm not playing it because fuck you. I'm fine just the way I am. The only transvestite I knew forever was Alexis Arquette, who's very kind and nice, by the way. OG, right there. OG. Let's be real. So I'm in Hollywood where everything's acceptable. Everyone's gay. But that was the only trans person I knew. That was it. Oh, but it was always around and it was just like this. And every child, oh, everyone was scared. Everyone was scared in Hollywood to step out. I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. It's a lie. It's algorithms. It's brainwashing. It's fucked up, man. And pharmaceuticals, stands to make a whole lot of money. Now, I'm a big advocate that if someone's truly, truly suffering from it, because I actually had a friend, I didn't know that they were born a woman forever. Thought it was like a flaming gay man. And I love him. And he was so glad when I was like, I had no idea. And he's like, shut up. And my lesbian friend was like, you didn't notice his hips? I'm like, no, I don't sit there checking out gay men's bodies. I'm like, but you were born to be a gay man. Like, it is clear. Like, we're talking. Like, I had no idea. But that was the only person I knew in Hollywood outside of Alexis, our cat. And nobody judged and no one cared. So the bullshit of, oh, people are just afraid to come out. Dude, bullshit. I lived in WeHo. No one was afraid of anything. Everyone's dancing down the street with pride flags and shit back then. And no. I ain't buying what you're selling, dude. Because it's bullshit. But I don't believe in surgical intervention for anyone with a perfectly healthy body. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. Having gone through it myself, there's no reason to risk your life. Life is so precious to fix things on your body that are perfectly healthy and fine. Perfectly healthy. Now, you're a burn victim? Sure. You actually have a deviated septum and you're not just lying about it? Fine. Yeah, you can't breathe. I get it. But butchering and the glorification of self-mutilation for vanity, it doesn't fix how you feel inside. Because everyone that gets plastic surgery, every single person has body dysmorphia. All of them. If you don't have body dysmorphia, you're not like, cut me up. Hello, McFly. No one's standing in line to cut up their body who doesn't have body dysmorphia. It's shameful, and quite frankly, it's fucking stupid for people to not realize that. Yeah, Locals is A1 today. It's doing really good. It's just dumb. Wasn't all in the family. It was not common. Well, no, it wasn't common because it truly is, like, affects 0.00002% of the population. I'm not saying it ain't real, because it is. What's not real is this contagion, this social contagion of everyone thinking they are, and the push of it, right? There shouldn't be a push towards kids for this shit. That's weird. It's weird, dude. Let them watch Rocky Horror Picture Show like everyone else growing up, and then they'll figure out their life. They don't need weird adults being weird to them. They hit their teen years, it's like Halloween Eve, and then all of a sudden, there's Rocky Horror Picture Show, and you're like, what is this? Like that. And then you decide your sexuality or where you stand, and everyone knows it's true. It's a fucking fact. Thank you, Tim Curry. Thank you, Meatloaf. Thank you, Magenta and Columbia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you gay? You won't know if you are or not until you watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. Oh, I wanna be dirty. Fill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. I never loved my body ever. You gotta learn to. You know why? Look at everything you've done in your life. This is Brown, by the way. FMG eyeliner. I got it on one. Look at this amazing life you've been able to live with this body that you've been given. My body's going to fall apart and my looks are going to go away, and all that I'm going to have left is me. It's surface, guys. It's surface. We could take care of our surface. Walk into a Rocky Horror tune. Yeah. Columbia. I was walking down the street, just a having a beat, when a snake of a guy gave me a tailwind. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes. Do you think maybe I've watched Rocky Horror Picture Show a few times with my gaze? It was my gay best friend since kindergarten who introduced me to Rocky Horror. He was like, hey, here's this movie. And I was like, oh my God. Then he had the album and he's like, this is when you throw toilet paper. This is when you throw hot dogs. This is when, I was like, oh my God. You have a newspaper, you put it over your, this is great. Speaking of which, we were watching Clue last night. And I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, you know, Mrs. Peacock is really beautiful. She's really pretty. She has amazing eyes. Mrs. Peacock, you have amazing eyes. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. Clue was such an amazing cast. You know, Clue was a box office flop. And look at it, inspired Glass Onion, Knives Out. It's kind of amazing. Because then it got a cult following. It was all fun and games, yeah. Never interested? That's fine. That's fine. I thought it was fun. Plus, it's funny to see Susan Sarandon running around like a whore. I'm sorry. It's funny. Having sex with a transvestite from transsexual of Transylvania. And then her hubby did too, or oral sex. Like, the whole thing is a mess. And there is no reason someone my age should have been watching it. But that's why I'm like, rest assured, weird adults who are like, if we don't teach kids about gender and weird things, what will? Tim fucking Curry. If we were fine without you. Leave kids alone. They will discover Tim Curry on their own without your weirdo fucking pedophile ass talking to them. They will discover Rocky Horror Picture Show and they don't need you. There was no adults that were like, you need to watch Rocky Horror with the trans. Not one. But I did it anyway. I'm like, these adults are just fucking pedos. They just like getting their rocks off from kids, like noticing their sexuality and shit. It's fucking creepy, dude. Creepers. Go. Yeah, dude, that's the whole thing. And I'm really into like teaching kids to not fuck a bunch of people. I think this new mindset of they're just going to do it anyway is the most toxic garbage bullshit I've ever heard in my life. You feed your daughters birth control, which sterilizes them. That's why everyone needs IVF and can't have babies, because you're sterilizing your children. What the fuck? Then you lie to your kids. Oh, 19's too young to have a baby. Bullshit. That's when your body is primed to do it. Then you lie, and you make them have geriatric pregnancies where their bodies barely recover. Like, we are made from like age 16 to 23 to be baby machines that recover like that. Well, they're too young. No, you're coddling your kid and you're helicoptering your kid and you're keeping them immature and dumb and then saying they're too immature to get out there. I don't think so. Like, my grandma was married and popping babies, I think at 17. And she's a wonderful woman and she has wonderful children and she did a hell of a job. And she wasn't coddled by some helicopter parent that's like, my kid has to be a big teddy bear baby in a diaper when they're 23 and laying on my couch. Childhood innocence is great. 15 and under. But once you start hitting 15, you need to learn balance a checkbook. Like, Get out there and start working. Like, actually do things. You don't have to expose your kids to Rocky Horror, Adrian. They will do it on their own. Do you think my grandma and my mom are like, all right, gather around to watch the gay orgy? No, absolutely not. Not a single adult in my life introduced me to Rocky Horror. As it should be, because that's pedo shit, right? That would be pedophilia. If you're like introducing sexual themes and stuff to children, they can learn on their own. You can tell them about the birds and the bees. They figure it out. Oh, people are gay. Some people like wear women's clothes and shit. Some people are weird swingers. They learn it on their own. Most teens can't properly raise a kid because they're coddled. I've talked to my grandma about this. She raised 12 kids, including my brother and I. And she's like, it's a joke, the children people are raising. These children are jokes. She's great, born in the 20s. And she's like, look at these just worthless. Like, they have no skills. They have no idea what to do. And the parents are like, oh, little Johnny, he's 18, oh, mommy. Do you want to breastfeed mommy? That's why they have no skills. Didn't used to be that way, dude. You're like 13 years old and they're like, okay, you got to watch the 8 other children. Mommy has to go out. Like, it was not this fucking coddle fest that's happening. I am so glad she lived with us. And I learned hard work ethic. I wish I had learned more, but I learned a lot. And I can't fathom if I didn't have that mindset, put into my heart that you work hard for what you want and you fucking earn it and all this shit. Because by the time I was 18, I probably could have moved out. I did at age 20. And then I started traveling the world and living in foreign cities, foreign countries. 20 years old. Traveling abroad, living in South Africa, living in Italy, living in New York. And, I think the coddling of children is toxic. Because I had friends that they didn't leave their parents' house until they were like 30. They had never gone anywhere, never did anything, and they seemed completely helpless doing anything. And they're like, I don't know how you can talk to people. Mommy and daddy do it for me. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Not naming names, but if you're watching, you got your shit together and I'm proud of you. But that is no way to raise your children, man. And that's why kids suck now. Like, they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to change oil. They don't know how to put their windshield wiper fluid in. They don't know how to mow a lawn. They don't do anything. They just sit. I'm on my phone. I'm going to be an influencer. Mommy says I'm too young to do anything but be an influencer. Look at me. I'm going viral. That's what kids do. That sucks. They suck. They really suck. My brother and sister-in-law, this is love at first slash, microfiber mascara, are raising their kids on a farm. The kids have no access to tablets. They are permitted, are you ready for this, to watch no TV, one movie like every 3 or 4 days. They do farm chores. They play the way us kids used to when we were young. They don't like melt their brains out just sitting there playing video games and texting friends. Like, they have to live like it's 1982, and they are so smart. They look at me. One just turned 6. I think the other is 4. So the 6-year-old can recite every single state in the United States and loves to do it. And the 4-year-old learned watching her brother and does the same thing. She's 4. And she knows every state. She knows uppercase, lowercase letters. She can differentiate. That's a lowercase C. And it sounds like a toddler's voice. And you're like, how the fuck does she know all this? It's mind-blowing. So if you want your kids to know things, you got to really buckle down, and no one's going to teach your kids better than you. Have your kid take a test from 1908 in a one-room classroom, a third grade test. Most adults would flunk it. So there's something really, and think about it. We have all these teacher unions and stuff. Is there a reason why a single room schoolhouse not funded by the government or tax dollars was able to actually teach students and they were smarter than most adults today? Is there a reason they're taking all our money and the kids are stupid? If they took my money and the kids were smart, because, you know, everyone's like, you don't have kids. Yeah, but they steal my money to provide for your children. So I definitely get a say in this, right? Because my money is being taken from me to fund this. If these kids were popping out like, fucking, I want to be an astronaut, and they were all smart and put together, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's the next generation. But instead, I almost said something you'd get in big trouble for on here. They want to ride their bikes, get out the fresh air, and that's awesome. That is exactly what they want to do, Shay. I almost said something get me canceled forever, because y'all know we all say these words at home. I'm sorry. This like fake virtue where everyone acts like they don't sit there and call each other names and stuff at the kitchen table. I'm so over it. Like, my favorite thing is, you know, someone will be like, oh, the R word. I can't say it. It's offensive to people with retardation is what they used to call it. I'm like, no, it's not. They don't even, no one's talking about them. They're talking about you being an idiot. You're the one that's offended. No one else. Just you. Because everyone knows you were a fucking idiot, and then people laughed at you and called you a name. So then you're lying and saying people who aren't here are offended, but really it's you because you're the dumbass. That's what it boils down to. No one was offended that they're saying was offended. It's the person that was so dumb that everyone called him the R word. They're the ones that are, how about just don't be dumb? Instead of lying and saying, you're offending little Johnny down the street that didn't hear you. No, we're not. Like, grow a backbone, get your shit together, and stop being such a... And then you don't have to worry about it. Like, words to me don't have much power. So people call me old, decrepit, irrelevant, fat. My new favorite one, menopausal. No, I still have my period. They just go on and on and on. But I don't know why we let words hurt us to this point where we give them so much power that people like have meltdowns over it. Just respond with F you. You know what I mean? People are like, you've aged hard, you hag. And I'm like, fuck you. To me, calling me an old, withered hag is way more offensive than if you called me the R word. Because for a woman, no one wants to be called an old, withered hag. Like, that sucks. You call me the R word, I'm like, hey, I can always improve on, you know, myself. But you call me an old, withered hag. And I know you're going for the jugular. But I'll still live. The math those kids can do in their heads blow my mind. Dude, these kids that my sister-in-law is homeschooling are so smart. I'm so impressed. Every child I know is in public school except for them. And I'm sorry. They are dumb in comparison. So then I'm like, where is our money going to? Right? Because in school, they're talking about the equities, the inclusions, critical praxis, because they say they're not teaching critical race theory. They're just teaching aspects. It's like, that's not making anyone smarter. It's just making more annoying activists. Can we just get back to kids actually being able to do math? That would be awesome. Right? Annoying activists. You know what? I'm going to take this really shiny silver. I'm going to put right here, right there. But yeah, I've never been mad or upset. Like, if you called someone the R word who actually had Down syndrome or something, you're terrible. But that's like calling me an old hag when I actually am. Like, that's mean. But if you call someone a word that they're not, I personally think it's funny. Like, my husband's doing something, I'm like, oh, you little bitch. What are you, a little fucking girl? He is not. He is the furthest thing on earth from being a little girl. But I enjoy busting his balls. He always tells me, he's like, no one busts my balls more than my wife. I'm loving this, by the way. Loving it. And I'm like, yeah, man. I feel like it's my duty. Just gotta bust balls, and it's fun. Like, I have fun busting his balls. And he busts my balls. Oh my God, they're so cute. They're laying in their little bed, and they're all snuggle wuggles. I love them. When they're not being little shits that destroy my house. They're so cute. Do you teach kids the bigger problem of the kid coming from a home? I don't think so. I went to public schools. I had one good teacher. One. Actually, two. I had two good teachers. That's it. I am not standing up for these people. Joliet, Illinois school system, only two teachers taught me things that impacted me for the rest of my life. The other ones didn't give a fuck. So as a public school system child, those teachers didn't give a hot damn about us. And some of them were abusive and cruel. I struggled with math. Her name was Mrs. Nelson. I'll never forget it. And she's like, you are going to stand up here in front of the class. She put up long division. I'm like math dyslexic. The numbers just, it's hard for me. It's the one subject I was never good in. I teetered in biology with a C+ because of the math aspect. Everything else, American or history, English, always an A+. Math, ooh, what a struggle. Struggle, D's, C's. So I couldn't do it. It was fourth grade? I think it was fourth grade. She made me stand at the board for hours as the kids are like, ha ha ha, she's stupid. Ha ha, she can't even do math. Dumb, dumb. And the teacher's like, you're not sitting down until you do it. She's dumb. Look how dumb. For like 2 years. Everywhere I went, she's dumb. She's dumb. She should be on the short bus. She should be in the special classes. She's dumb. Wonderful teacher. Wonderful impact she had on my life. And I still suffer today with I'm dumb. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, that really affected me. She fucked me up, man. She fucking humiliated me. I really couldn't do it. I really couldn't figure it out. And I'll never forget it. But then I had a teacher named Mrs. Conway. She has a different last name now, but I shall protect that for her. And Mrs. Conway, she actually taught me things, made me feel good about myself, and didn't make me feel like a fucking idiot. And everything she taught me, I remember. And that is the difference between a good teacher and a bad one. That is the difference. And there's a lot of bad ones. I had one teacher, okay, so Mrs. Conway did communicative arts and all this stuff. So I was writing like essays and I was getting really good grades. FMG, Cashmere, under eye primer. So I go to high school and I write this story about two gods having sex, celestial beings, and all the cosmos and nebulas like coming out of their lovemaking. So through like each thing, like as he laid kisses down her neck, like these star nurseries were born and other things. It was kind of the Big Bang through celestial gods having sex. And I turn it in. Was it not Mrs. Baskerville? It was a very racist woman at Joliet West. I'll never forget it. She accused me of plagiarizing. Plagiarizing what? I, her evil white student, couldn't be smart. I'm stupid. And I didn't write that. I stole it from someone else. I got straight F's from then on. Straight F's. I worked so hard. And for what? To have a cruel, racist teacher who hated me tell me that I stole someone else's work when I didn't, that fucked me up. Then I had a math teacher. Oh my God, what was his name? He was so mean to me. I mean, dude, fuck public schools. And the people defending them, I'm really sorry, you know, two good teachers, but to lie and say the majority of them aren't trash, I mean, I have like PTSD from these evil fucking adults treating me like shit. They weren't like nurturing my gifts or anything. They shat on them. So fuck public schools, dude. Fuck that. They're garbage. Most of my insecurities and bullshit come from the teachers that I had. Glow color, face primer, let's go. Awful. I hated public school. I hated it. Hated it. I think communities should get together, chip in money, hire teachers to teach kids in pods. And I think your kids will be way smarter. And if the teacher pulls shit like those teachers did with me, they'll get in trouble. Instead, the teachers' unions are like, protect the abusers. Keep them here so they can continue to fuck children up. We want their pensions. Like, get the fuck out of here. High school, or not, school to me was a prison with mean teachers. I remember the lunch lady was real nice. I liked her a lot. Okay. Let's do a little bit. This is a little light for my skin, but that's fine. That's fine, because I only use just the littlest bit. Well, many teachers failed to do their job with me, and that's what I'm saying. When people defend public schools, they're gaslighting tons of people like me that had horrifying teachers. The mass majority of my teachers were horrible. They didn't give a fuck about me, and I'm going to say a solid 30% of them were fucking mean to children and hated them, clearly. And then everyone's like, but we need these people to torture children and destroy their lives and make them stupid. Dude, what the fuck? That's why I hate the teachers union. They protect people like this. And it's just trash. And I hate it. I hate it. They had good intentions forming the union at first. But those are all gone because everything gets corrupt. From government to jobs, like everything falls eventually, and then you have this shit show. All right. Color correcting stick in gelato for underneath my eyes. Yeah, dude. I had a really terrible experience in school. Bullied by kids all the time. That's why when everyone's like, oh, bullying. Dude, I'm bullied to this day. By people online who feel justified in it. Everyone always feels justified in participating in evil. Targeted harassment is evil. I got it in school. You know what? And I just grew up. And some of my bullies and we made up. They apologized to me. It was really... There was one, this chick made my life a living hell. And she apologized to me, and I could tell she meant it. And we're like Facebook friends, and I see her life and everything. And, you know, it was really nice later on. Like, she was queen of the popular crowd. Queen of the jocks, I called her. And I was queen of the losers, as they called me. So that was our match color sticks. And I really like them. Six children she homeschools? Awesome. Dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for the money we spend for schools, for kids to come out this stupid and still being tortured by teachers, like, it's fucking unacceptable. I'm not paying for someone else to go through what I went through. It's bullshit. I think it's time for them to defund and dismantle the teachers' unions in public schools. Public schools are just concentration camps from the government for your children. I mean, sure, you might have a couple of good people in there, but the majority of them aren't good. Colors of Love, Queen of Hearts, glow beads. To a male bully and knocked him out. He got nothing. I got high school suspension. In my day, there was a lot of people fighting each other, and people weren't such pussies about it. At least, that's how I grew up. Me and my old BFF, we're friends now on Facebook. Like, we went at it on the bus. Like, we went at it. Fucking going to town in high school. She tried to hit me in the fucking face with a huge history book with, like, the spine of it. I caught one of her punches. I was like, ooh. And everyone on the bus is like, oh, shit. So I caught her punch, and I'm like, what do I do now? I'm like, oh. And I took her hair, and I met her face to my knee. That's what I did. It's one of the biggest fights I got in school. And they were like, you chicks are bad. You are in trouble for 3 days. That's it, 3 days. All right. Little watermelon lip ice. I love what's going on today with my face. My caterpillar eyebrows freak you out. Well, they're part of who I am. And they're my father's eyebrows. So when I look at them, I actually see my dad's eyebrows. And I'm not ashamed to be who I am. I'm hairy, dude. I got a mustache. It is what it is. But, you know, you can be all scared of them, but I don't give a fuck. I'm 41 years old. Like, I feel good in myself. That has no effect on me. My husband loves him, and he's the one that has sex with me, not you. So there's that, you know. The person who really matters, who's like to be into me, loves them. He was the one that was like, you should just stop plucking your eyebrows. Because this was me every day for an hour. For an hour. He's like, that's what a nightmare. An hour a day. And I'm like, oh, I'm so hairy. He's like, just let them grow out. And I mean, I clean them up, but this is the way that they are naturally. And if who I am is offensive to you or bothers you, just don't look. You know, there's ugly people. I'm okay if I'm one of yours. All right, Glow Color makeup setting spray. Set the shit, bitch. Set the shit, bitch. They look so pretty. Hey, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I don't care because my thin eyebrows weren't everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people bitched about that too. I'm just grateful they grew back because I have a lot of friends that didn't. But then again, I had laser hair removal on my mustache and shit, and that's back and stronger than ever. It's just like, hey, you are Italian and Middle Eastern, and nothing you do will change that, you hairy bitch. I'm like, oh. Eyeshadow palette is called Goddess. It's our FMG quad. It's called Goddess, and it is $10. $10. How we liking this? I like it. I hope you guys like it. I will be on here on Facebook tomorrow. I think 11 or 11:30. I forget which one I put. I'm gonna make shells and cheese and some artisan bread, and then I have to decide tonight. Catherine, I love my LG earbuds. They're in here. I had to put an X on mine with nail polish because thank you for the 1,000 stars. Holy shit. So that my husband wouldn't pick mine up because I was like, gross. Because, like, I don't want your earwax on my things. And he's like, we exchange fluids all the time. I'm like, that's just nasty. I don't want your ear holes touching my ear holes. Like, there has to be boundaries in a relationship. And earwax is where I draw mine. So mine has a little X. But yeah, the LG earbuds are fucking amazing. And you can get them for free If you spend $179 or more in my Avon store, yeah. I have sparse eyebrows. I have very thick ones. Like my mustache might as well be that thick. And here's what's funny, guys. Big eyebrows, thin hair. It's fine. I have a lot of it, but it's like fine. Then I have these really thin eyebrows that only Love It for Slash helps. The microfiber mascara I just put on. And a thick mustache. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, can we just take my mustache and my goatee and put them in my eyelashes? Sharing toothbrushes. I've done it on accident. I brushed my teeth with his toothbrush. It's so gross. It's just gross. Boundaries. There's got to be a line. Draw a line in the sand, right? So what did we learn today? Not all teachers are good. But man, the good ones out there, they shine, they sparkle. And I'm Facebook friends and I follow on Instagram one of my best teachers in my life because she had such an impact on me. She made me feel valuable and she made me feel like I was smart. And I never tried harder in my life because she was a great teacher and all kids deserve that and they don't get them. So we all pay tons in taxes for teachers, 80% of them to be fuckholes. Stupid. Words are just words. And this whole PC police, that's a Soviet term. Politically correct is a Soviet term. I'm not a Russian, so I don't care what words you call me. Old hag, the R word. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I have a spine, right? So I'm fine. I'm fine. I just really don't care. I don't understand why people gave words so much power. I think it's because we live such posh lives that we have to find something to whinge about, you know. Oh, my life is difficult because of this. No, it's not. I am going to go put away my husband's winter clothes, which he has strewn all about the house. It's kind of great. People definitely need to grow a pair, right? Come on. It's not a big deal. People are mean to me all day on the internet. I lived. It's words. We should really teach kids, like, dude, people say this shit to you because they feel so rotten inside. That's how I get through it. Someone calls me, you know, the R word, old hag, elderly, C word, you name it. And I'm just like, they're saying this because they feel bad about themselves, and knocking me down a peg makes them feel above me when they don't realize that, you know, to the public, it actually puts you further beneath me. But, you know, I need to realize that hurt people hurt people. So if you get targeted for bullying or someone's just like hyper focused on like going after you in your HOA or whatever, that is a very hurt person. They feel justified. You did wrong. They got to get, you know, there's something fucked up with them. So just pity them. Feels better. My hair will never thicken. I've tried everything. It's all bullshit. My hair does not get thicker. It is what it is, and I accept it for what it is. Teachers really cared if you were struggling. Well, yeah, there were some good. Yay, Sam's Club! That's my dad's favorite. It's my I loved it too. I loved going to Sam's Club with my dad. Get the big old huge things of croissants. I just love seeing you laugh. You truly glow. I am happy. I'm happy in my life. And that's what, you know, when you're a happy person, you don't have to target anyone for bullshit, right? I let a lot roll off my shoulders. A lot. Except for USPS holding all my packages and wanting me to stand in line for 45 minutes. So I'm done ordering anything online unless it comes through UPS or FedEx. Like, we're done. It's good. I'm good on that. I'll see many of you guys tomorrow here on my Facebook for my cooking stream. My link for my Avon is in my link tree in the About Me section of Facebook. And everyone on Locals, thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking through, even though last week was quite awful. I actually feel I feel good today. I look good. It's 7:30 in the morning. I've been up since 5. Went to bed at 9. I'm an old lady. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll cook. It will be fun. Go RSVP. I have a little event here on my Facebook page. And yeah, my husband's streaming right now at twitch.tv/DuckSauce here. Let's all go say hi to him. He's my guy. I fucking love this man. Do you guys know that? Where is he? I love this guy. He's the best. He has the best voice. I never, ever let myself forget how great my husband's voice is. Like, he'll be sitting there talking to me, and I'm just like, holy shit. You sound like a god. And then he'll put it on, and I'm like, oh. And I'm always like, can you just put your mouth right here and be sexy and say sexy things? But he always fucks with me. He's like, farts. But in that gorgeous voice, farts, poop. Like, get out of here. That is not what I was looking for. And he's all like, coming to a toilet near you. I'm like, go away. Go away. So go say hi to my husband. I will be in there. And yeah, I'll see some of you guys here tomorrow. Again, everyone on Locals, thank you. And have a great day, everyone.